everybody. How are you doing today? It's Monday. I don't know the date. Oh, it's April. It's April Fool's Day. Do you ever play April Fool's Day jokes on anybody? I don't think I ever did. I have a lot of respect for the month of April. I just, not that if you do an April Fool's Day joke, you hate April, but I love April. April's my favorite. What's my favorite month of the year? October, November, those are my favorite months of the year. But I like April. And weirdly, I don't like spring, I like fall and winter, but since my birthday's in April, I tend to kind of like it for that reason. I associate colors with months, too, by the way, and I don't know why. Like, April is lavender. Is that weird? I don't know. I remember, I don't care much about my birthday. All I do on my birthday, which is April 30th, is I tend to just want to be left alone. I just want to be left alone. I want to sit myself on a couch. I want to watch TV. I want to crochet. I want to look at magazines. I want blankets on me. I don't want to leave the house. I don't want to do an errand. So I guess I do have, God, that's a lot of requirements. I'm like, I don't need anything. And then I just listed 50,000 things I'd like on my birthday. But in other words, I don't want a party. I don't want even a dinner isn't necessary. I want to eat dinner, but, by the way, I am eating really healthy. This week has been a great eating week for me. And you know what? It clears the mind. It's true what they say about eating like pure foods. I'm going to say pure. I've been eating vegetarian, but it's been way more than that. It's been just very clean eating, Lots of vegetables, not a lot of stuff with preservatives in it. I even ate frozen French fries and felt weird about it, which is shocking for me. I didn't feel weird. What I did was I felt like, that kind of ruined the flow I had because I've been making fresh foods. And it feels great. Anyway, God, I spaced out about it because I really was going through now I don't even know what I've been making, but I was going through the list in my mind. All I know is I feel good. My show got shipped off this week, so there's a delay in me posting the podcast, but I'm just so happy. And when it got shipped off, I gave myself a little bit of a long weekend, which I don't think you've ever heard me say that because I don't do that. But I did. I go, you know what? This was a lot of work. I shoved a year's worth of work into, I think I just exaggerated. I shoved like 8 or 9 months worth of work into about 2.5, 3 months. And here's what I'm going to feel about that. I'm going to feel like, I hope I don't do that to myself again. No, let me fix that. I am not going to do that to myself ever again. I'm too old for this shit. Number 2, by the way, the air conditioner is about to come on, so you'll hear that, but I'm so glad. It's actually 85 out today, which is, that used to not be hot to me when I lived in Texas, but now in Los Angeles, I'm like, what the hell? So anyway, what was I talking about? I overdid it. I worked too hard in a short amount of time, but that's okay. I had to do it. It's been a crazy year. And then I've just decided, I've seen all sorts of clarities in the last week as I finished all of this and got it shipped off. Because I don't procrastinate. That's not what happened. I just had a rough year and health-wise and just in many other ways. And so I couldn't quite get to things when I needed to. I just actually couldn't do it. I wasn't putting things off. And I required a lot more self-care than I've ever needed just for, honestly, survival's sake. So here I sat, the drawings, by the way, elevator's still broken in my building. I'm making massive drawings that don't fit out the building, really. So what we did, I have a video of it and I will post it at some point. I definitely want to start putting it in my lectures about my art. What me and the art handlers did, I know that was grammatically incorrect, but what we did was so impossible. I don't know how we did it. We basically had to drop my massive drawings down 6 flights of stairs in a 1-inch slat that just happens to go in the middle of the stairwell. I don't know how to describe this, but anyway, it was a feat. It was a miracle that it worked. And I'm so pissed off at this building for not having this elevator working. What would have been not a big deal at all. You just stick the drawing in the elevator, go down 6 flights, stick it into the art handler van. Was the biggest nightmare. And I can't get them to fix the elevator. I don't know what's going on. I mean, really, it hasn't worked even for a day for over 2 months, but it hasn't been working for like, I don't know, since October or earlier than that. I've called the city, and they tell me, by the way, that I should go move to assisted living facilities if I have a problem with it. And I'm saying this out loud because I'm not calling out their name. I have some people in the building who listen. They know what we're all dealing with. They know who I'm talking about. But anyway, so that's the story on that. But the fact is, it's gone. I'm freed up. So I said to myself, by the way, Frankie, my cat, keeps like rubbing all over me, and I want to pet her, but I also want to talk to you guys. Yeah, so I was like, you know what? I'm taking the week off. I'm going to leave my studio messy with all the art handlers, cardboard all over the place. And it's so great to be in a studio, by the way, with nothing on the walls. I've got blank walls, which means next thing coming, which means show over. Can't wait to work again, which started today. But I had to clean up all morning. And as I was cleaning up, I was thinking of so many things that I just wanted to start sharing with you guys. So hopefully this will mean I'll be more regular in all of this stuff too. All right, you guys, hold on. Let me go find something to read to you. I feel like I started a lot of conversations there and didn't finish any of them, but if that's so, that's okay. Also, I want to say my newest favorite thing is this Kiehl's cactus flower and ginseng hydrating mist. Never have I been the type of person who mists their face. I can't imagine a moment when I've ever misted my face with anything. You know how people have like Evian water or rose water and they mist their face. But I'm going to do it. You can hear it. Watch. Oh my God. All right. So the reason I'm doing this is I went in to buy some gifts for, you guys remember, I follow somebody who has a YouTube channel named Jen, and she reviews lip balms. And my favorite lip balm is a Kiehl's lip balm. It's called something #1. So I went in to give it to go ahead and send a care package full of all sorts of fun stuff to Jen, aka Beetle Babe on YouTube. And when I was in there, I was waiting in line forever. There was this guy who seemed to be confused as to how a transaction in a store takes place. So I was like, all right, I'll just test out all these testers in the front. And the first one I tried was this Kiehl's cactus flower and ginseng hydrating mist. I'm like, what the hell? And the minute I sprayed it on my face, I was transformed into a new person. It is the best smell. I think I'm already halfway done with it, and I just got it like a week and a half ago. So anyway, just a shout out to that. Way too expensive. I can't remember how much this was. I did not have the money for it, but I splurged and I got it. By the way, another thing I've been doing a lot is just watching these people on YouTube. They're not YouTubers. These people have like under 30 views on each of their video. And they're basically just human beings who, for whatever reason, want to stick a camera in their face and just talk to it all the time about every detail of their lives. And like what they ate, when they got up, what their mom's up to, what store they went to, what they do hauls, HAULS, just like a lot of YouTubers are like, here's my Target haul for April 2017, or here's my Joann's yarn haul, which I love, by the way. If I sound like I'm making fun of these things, I'm not. I do actually like watching what people, mainly at the grocery store, especially if they're going to shitty grocery stores. It's so fun to be like, whoa, Frankie, what's up? Do you guys hear this? Frankie, what do you need? Okay, she needs attention. Anyway, yeah, so I'm really into people just talking about what they've done. And they're in their car, they're talking. I mean, I suppose this is what I do, but it's like 20 minutes a week tops, and it's not my face. I mean, if I were comfortable, I'm trying to think. Like, I don't think I would ever do that. I'm so not comfortable with my face. I'm so not comfortable with photos, videos, any of it, really. But I'm comfortable with my voice, so that's why I do it this way. Frankie, it's almost 10 minutes. So I'm going to wrap this up. No, I'm not going to. I'm going to read you guys and then wrap this up. Hold on. Okay. I'm back. Normally when I say, hey, let me go get a book, it really does only take me about a minute and then I'm back. But this time, this was about a half hour ago because I realized I was starving and I made my lunch, which, by the way, shout out to my friend Danielle, who is a vegan, who a long time ago taught me one of my favorite recipes, which is a vegan, quote, tuna salad made of chickpeas. And you just mash up chickpeas. This may sound gross if you don't like chickpeas or some of the things I'm about to list, but let me just tell you what it was. All right. You've got chickpeas, aka garbanzo beans. You mash them up with a fork or a potato smasher. I like to keep them like that. You can do a Cuisinart or something, but I think it's gross that way. In it, you just put celery on. You treat it like it's tuna salad, which, by the way, I've never been a tuna salad fan, but I do like chicken salad, and so I kind of do that. Anyway, I do dill pickles chopped up, onions, celery. You use Vegenaise, lemon juice, a lot of lemon juice, salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, maybe a little cayenne pepper I put in there. I don't remember. You just kind of do whatever you want. Capers are really good in it if you have them around and you like them. And I just ate that on some bread, gluten-free bread, which sucks, but whatever. I have more energy when I don't eat gluten. I'm not gluten-free, but occasionally I'll get gluten-free stuff, just the bread-wise, because I do notice that it helps me because I have the lowest energy. Anyway, so that's what I ate, and that felt really good. I'm still starving, even though I ate an entire sandwich. I'm going to be reading, we've read her before, Cole Swensen. Everybody loves her. This is from the book called Noon from Green Integer. And this poem is the last poem in this book called Water, Water. And it has an inscription. What do you call that? An dedication to the initials A period M period. Have I ever told you guys how much I love that when something is dedicated to somebody mysterious? I get a shot of excitement in my heart. I love not knowing who it is, but that it means something to Cole Swensen, and that is so exciting to me. Okay. 1. The incredible beauty of the physical world. Repeat to dissolve. Repeat. I did not see any color that resembled. Mean. I did not to see, not I. I wasn't the one. You could watch. The sky has no color now, but balances, and someone dives off a bridge so gracefully. Suddenly, it's night. He or she surfaces, the buoyancy of the body, brilliantly, it flickers and shines. It practically flies, and it's all back together again. You wouldn't have survived. You'd have choked on your own shock and ruined everything. 2. So sorry to be leaving. Repeat, I am sorry to be choking, and the world spreads out, thin and a transparent layer all over. It is barely light, and I was shocked. I am leaving, I said, as though I couldn't believe that the voice could fit into the mouth and still move forward at such a speed that you had to step back. Haul in your breath. Pull your hand up to your chest like when it stops. But it did not. 3. There is something living at the bottom of the river. You'd know it in an instant. It's vibrant. It's permanent. It refuses to leave. It's impossible to see exactly what lies below the water, the motion, and almost, and the then. A sweeping gesture, and you step back at a pace. I used to live with an orchestra conductor. It was a beautiful way to live, and it taught me to hear things moving everywhere. 4. Where there is no resistance, the pulse flies as light, and I want a lip as every edge. It sounded like I messed it up, but I didn't. I want to say this. Nothing left, and so there is nothing left, and it's quiet now, and the river is thousands, and all tied to a continuing that feeds on its own fragility. When something is in the very process of shattering, all internal conflicts cease. Conflicts cease. I did mess that up. Sorry, everybody. 5. I said, I'm not leaving, and I repeated it so that there would be no mistake, nor mistaking it for. There where the single thing shown, all these missing parts begin to hurt once they've gone. I used to live with someone curiously deformed, but I looked up one morning and I'd been. Aren't you coming home? The beauty of the world is an immutable thing, and there is nothing that touch can't cure. 6. Water can't be condensed. It's one of its nicer properties, I think. It's constant with space, and there's a kind of faithfulness in that. A drop. You can taste the salt, the something white within that can't be seen until everything else is gone. You will repeat as if trying out the sound, salt. It's a basic element. Too much or too little and you die. It's so simple. Someone dives off the bridge and cleaves the surface. The door well hung, well oiled, the door swings shut as if on its own. 7. There is someone living at the bottom of the river. The current sways through his papers. His shirts hung neatly in rows. It's like living in glass, but it's warm to the touch. The beauty of the world is that it holds on to you. At every moment, it is touching every inch of your body, even inside where no cell is more than one cell away from a supply of blood. He learned to breathe water because his jaw dropped in shock and refused to move. So he said he wouldn't leave, and it's like living in glass, but it's warm. 8. They say the human body is 98% water. They say this. You must praise the beauty of this world, something in the throat that chokes and then forgets. I used to live with a barge operator. He was blind and deaf, but he spoke several languages with his hands, and it was from him that I learned how to use water to dissolve the skin. 9. I used to live. I used to claim I would never leave, and so I never left. Some rivers burn. They say this isn't good, but I'm not one to judge, and I think it's got its points. The end. That is a damn good poem. I don't care what you think. That number 7, let's read number 7 again. There is someone living on the bottom of the river. The current sways through his papers. His shirts hung neatly in rows. It's like living in glass, but it's warm to the touch. The beauty of the world is that it holds on to you. At every moment, it is touching every inch of your body, even inside, where no cell is more than one cell away from a supply of blood. He learned to breathe water because his jaw dropped in shock and refused to move, so he said he wouldn't leave, and it's like living in glass, but it's warm. Even Frankie liked that one. She started rubbing on my legs more. Damn. Well, I hope the world continues to hang on to all of you. I'm going to end it abruptly. I love all of you guys, and I hope you have a good week, and my apologies for anything and everything. Goodbye, everybody.